Okay, so outside check was fine, no complaints, everything good. So we can sign here. Time, so on time. And today is good. So we entered already the trim, we entered already the zero fuel weight, and we need to enter the average wind. We didn't take the wind.
Plus 0.3 knots.
Plus 0.3. And so that's all fine. Double check this is good. Hotness,
so remaining fuel is what you expect to have.
Yeah, it's for the weather. Very nice. Okay, we checked the flight plan.
So the extra fuel is quite low. Why is it?
Let's see. We need to. Yes, wind is
the optimum level. So maybe this 360 is much.
Yeah, I would take 340 for first, because
so flight bands at 360, but maybe we are heavier.
340, and tropopause is correct. But it says landing, we land with 3.6.
Yeah, it's okay.
But maybe, is the full transition in there, so? No, it's not.
Yeah, the final reserve is more 1.4 than 1.5, so it rounded it up to 1.5, so let's check now. So 0.4.
But that's good.
Yeah.
We have about half a ton extra. That may change a little bit, but I think we're good. If we land with 3.6, that's more than an hour, and that's what we wanted. So we only have a few minutes to work with when the weather gets nasty or so.
Yeah, or some unexpected technical behavior.
Right. Oh no, it's an Airbus. Hey, come on. Airbuses are flying nice and good.
There are no unexpectances.
No, all good. Okay, so we need to talk about the performance, huh?
Yeah, sure. So the standard performance setting is, I think we have to modify it.
Yeah. It only gives us between 200 and 1 meter margin.
Yeah, so if we have maybe with thrust effect around 500 meters, I'd be more happy.
I agree completely with you.
So maybe, we have got no climb issues here, so maybe we could try config 2.
Yes, let's try config 2. I set it to config 2. What was the flex again with... it's not
55, I guess.
It's not getting better. Config 2 has 53 and the same values. So I would say we take config 1 and then we go ahead and take, let's see, let me just see what it says with 53. Yeah, that's much better. Conf 1 is much better than Conf 2, by the way.
Okay.
And with the same flex temperature, we get up to 800 meters margin. So we can even go higher here. Flex temperature, let's go 55. Let's see what it's doing with 55. No, that's not, I don't like that. 54.
That's too narrow.
Okay, 54. 54 would give us 559 meters. What about that?
With a small V1?
Yeah.
So what have we got? We had a second segment climb gradient of 2.4%. That's pretty much at the limit, but okay.
Yeah, I see that.
We still can use toga then?
Yes, correct.
And the max engine out acceleration altitude is less than 2,200 feet, so toga makes definitely sense in this case.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think when we took the Flex 54 with a V1, then we should be set.
That's my suggestion, and I 100% agree.
Yep, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, then just we can use that.
So we have already entered this.
Yes.
So flaps 1.
Yeah.
Flex 54.
That's confirmed.
V1 is 144.
Correct.
157.
Correct.
And 160 knots.
Yeah, that's what it says. Green dot speed is 229.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Now that ADME VOR M Kilo Romeo turn left to Mike Kilo Romeo.
Yeah, that's the standard procedure. We are VMC, so it makes more sense to maneuver over the water instead of going into the terrain.
Yeah, we can just continue to the 8 mile and stay there or so and just do circles over the water.
Nevertheless, we are safe in Kirkwood, so we are at sea level. Slightly over 1,000 feet over the waters. Fine as well.
That's correct. So what do you think? What shall we then do? So if we have an engine failure, we just fly straight ahead for the first, and then we ask to stay there in at 1500 or so over the water.
Exactly.
And then he can give us a vector to the right or to the left as long as we stay over the water. Huh? What do you think about that? Or we can maneuver ourselves over the water.
Exactly.
Okay.
So as a default, I've entered runway 28 via our bridge. But maybe it makes more sense to make a teardrop here over the water and land reverse on runway 10. The wind is almost calm.
I would suggest to do this because it's also the longer runway.
Yeah, exactly.
It gives us 3,440 meters. This is 1,000 meters more than runway 16.
I took runway 28 as a longer one.
Okay.
Already.
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah, so we have all the options, land on 10 and runway 28 as well.
If you want to stay clear of obstacles for the approach, then I would suggest we take 10, we prepare over the water and then just turn somehow to line up ourselves for an ILS 10, come back. If we need to come back fast, we can do this. Just turn and do a turn back and come back here.
It's also a little bit easier to fly.
Yeah, and we have the longer runway.
Yeah,
so 79.3, and we are. This is overweight, huh? So
definitely.
Max landing is 77.8, and we are 79.3. So this is 2,000 more. So I would prefer to have the longer runway, and with a Mayday call, we will for sure get it if it's needed. Huh?
Yeah. So runway 10 Zulu approach is.
Yeah. Hello, how are you? We're doing very well. Okay, so just come down, Lido, and we see you here. Okay. Okay, what is the change? Tell me. Minus one female. Okay. Okay, minus one female. Okay. This is for you. And this is for you too. And the loading is finished now?
Yes, they are closing the net.
Okay, then we can do a ready message, huh? Thank you very much for the good service as always.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Enjoy your time here. It's so nice here, and you're so friendly. I always enjoy to fly here. Yes. They did a hard job. I saw that. That was the temperature and all the bags, huh? Thank you. Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you. Bye. Okay. Very good. As before, you close the doors. You make your announcement for the doors, and then I will do an announcement for the passengers.
Correct.
Is this good for you?
Yes.
Okay, we have a slot at 59, so maybe we have to wait 20 minutes before we can leave, but we hope for improvement.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
You're okay with it.
Okay, perfect. I know you're very flexible. Thank you.
So I made overweight landing calculation considering one engine in-op.
Yeah.
So having low, no reverse, flaps full, stop margin of approximately 1,000 meters.
That's perfect. Thank you. And I will do an announcement for the passengers, and maybe you can do a ready message in between.
I'll do.
Einen wunderschönen guten Tag aus dem Cockpit. Mein Name ist Stefan Buntenbach, bin Ihr Kapitän. Ich darf Sie begrüßen im Namen von Eurowings und unserer gesamten Besatzung hier an Bord dieses Airbus A321 auf unserem Weg in Richtung Düsseldorf. Ich hoffe, Sie fühlen sich wohl, haben sich bequem gemacht. Ja, es geht noch nicht direkt los. Wir haben im Moment noch eine Abflugzeit zugewiesen bekommen. Mit der dürfen wir um 10:54 Uhr deutscher Zeit, das heißt in 24 Minuten abheben, und das wird uns von der Flugsicherung als sogenannter Slot gegeben. Das ist ein viertelstündiges Fenster, in dem wir dann abfliegen dürfen. Wir hoffen, dass sich das verbessert. Wir haben der Flugsicherung mitgeteilt, dass wir fertig sind. Sie waren pünktlich hier, wir auch. Und deshalb hoffen wir, dass sich das nochmal ein wenig verbessert. Wenn nicht, dann wird es noch so 10, 15 Minuten dauern, bis wir hier losrollen zur Startbahn. Und dann fliegen wir von der Startbahn 2.8 voraussichtlich ungefähr 2 Stunden 20. Mein Kollege, unser erster Offizier, führt den Flug durch und er wird sich dann später nochmal bei Ihnen melden. Ich bedanke mich fürs Zuhören und ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Aufenthalt hier bei uns an Bord bei Eurowings. Welcome from the flight deck. My name is Stefan Buntenbach. I'm your captain. On behalf of Eurowings and our entire crew, I would like to welcome you on board this Airbus A321 on our way to Düsseldorf. We are ready to go, but we have to wait a little bit. We get a takeoff slot from air traffic control. This starts in 24 minutes from now. So maybe that we have to wait another 10-15 minutes here at the parking position. We told air traffic control that we are ready, so the time may improve. Flight time about 2 hours 20 minutes. My colleague is our first officer and he is the pilot flying to Düsseldorf, and he will get back to you later with more information. Thanks for listening and enjoy your stay here on board. So, okay.
Yeah, the CTOT at 0859 has confirmed we should call him back at 0909.
Okay.
So 10 minutes from then.
Okay.
And disregard from now, so at around 40.
Okay.
So nevertheless, ready message been sent.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're standing by.
Captain?
Go ahead.
Hello again, sir. So, walk around is done, all doors are closed, tow bar is on,
very good,
connected, and pin safe is inserted.
This sounds very good. The parking brake is set, so you can connect the tow bar if you like.
Thank you.
Okay, so whenever you're ready, we can do a briefing.
Yep.
What about that?
So we do not have a climb clearance yet.
No.
But we have got to expect your FISC 1 Echo SRD of runway 28.
Maybe even we get the final clearance when we are on the way to the runway.
Yeah,
this
that's what I'm
here.
expecting, yeah.
Okay, we expect FISC 1 Echo departure. This has an MSA of 4,500 in the sector which we use. The other sector would be 5.5, but we stay away from that. We discussed this already in the approach. And as you said, the initial climb, we'll get that later. And so the routing and the waypoints are confirmed. At FISCA, we have a constraint. We should be flight level 110 or higher, will be already there at 181. So this is not a problem. And so this is all fine. And we have fuel, according to the calculation right now here, it's 7 minutes of 400 extra. This should be getting more. Once we're in the air, we'll see about 700 or something like that with the Conti fuel. So it's as we thought about it. That's what we wanted to do.
All right. Yeah, we're here at position 11 Bravo. It's an non-gate position. The other aircraft going out when we came in got a taxi clearance for a Charlie Foxtrot 9er. So I haven't found any intersection takeoff. So Foxtrot 9er is considered as a full-length runway takeoff.
Okay.
So we had 3,440 meters of concrete ahead of us.
Yeah.
Performance-wise, we discussed it before, with a flex temperature of about 54 and flaps 1 we expect on stop margin with calculate table of 5 knots of about good 500 meters.
Yeah, and then if it's like a 50 meter reduction in runway from Fox 9, then it won't be a big problem. Huh?
Yeah.
But it's considered as a full runway, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you have an engine failure after departure, we already talked about that as well.
Yeah.
We're pretty straight ahead onto the water.
Yeah.
And we are pretty much VMC.
Yeah.
And we have no terrain issues as long as we are over the water, and then prepare for the ILS approach runway 10, which I prepared in the secondary flight plan. And already done the overhead landing performance considering 1 engine shutdown, which gives us flaps full, a stop margin of 977 meters.
Yeah.
Also with 5 knots tailwind component.
Yeah. that makes sense to me. So
yeah.
we come back, and then we have the long runway, and that's make completely sense. And the approach is coded out of 6 miles, 2,000 feet. So if you let's just look again in the secondary. So I think this is fine. So that's wonderful. And even we can do this out of 1,500 or so, because we just can continue. If we stay here over water, to do some turns over the water, then just come back to the 6 mile point or so, and just land there. That's easy.
Good morning.
What you have to keep in mind is the go around is becoming a little bit critical then.
Yeah.
But the approach climb created ships, that was the wrong tool, is with 5.31%.
Yeah.
So we are much better than the published gradient, which requires 4%, and we can even go lower.
Yeah, we can take the higher minimum of 470, then it's 2.5.
Exactly, even with one engine shutdown.
Yeah, it's just important that we do the right turn and not the left turn in case of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
there's an obstacle with 1,050 feet.
Yeah,
right on the go around track, so we have to keep an eye on it.
Yeah, and that it's important. We shouldn't turn too early in case of go around then. But not too late, because too late then we have obstacles straight ahead. If we would turn too early, we have the 1,050 obstacle, and we don't have the right altitude. So we should follow the exact track of that.
Stick to the procedure.
Exactly. Very exactly. This is important. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Good. Yeah. Good.
Yes, and we have got to wait. So at 49, I call the ATC back.
Okay. Yeah. So we have a hotspot here, but this is full of hotspots as we discussed before. This is the Charlie Fox hotspot, but we keep our eyes open anyhow.
Exactly.
So I don't have to add something. If you don't have, do you have to add more threads?
No. So aircraft and NOTAMs are considered.
Yeah. All discussed. Huh? Good.
Yeah.
Then we can do the cockpit preparation checklist. Huh?
Yes. Gear pits and covers.
Removed.
Fuel quantity.
10,980 kilograms.
Seatbelts.
That's balanced.
Seatbelts
are now on.
ADIRS.
NAV.
Baro reference.
QNH 1014.
QNH 104. Cockpit preparation checklist complete.
So he said we should call at 49, correct?
Yeah, that's 10 minutes prior.
So I asked again our operations.
Yeah. So is there maybe a new slot? I'll check.
Das ist aber lang. Stefan, Delta Alpha India, Delta Uniform, Tag. Weil, wir haben eine Rechnung gemacht. Deshalb kannst du da noch was tun. Ja, der hat gesagt, wir müssen noch 10 Minuten warten, bis es losgeht. Danke. Ciao, mach's gut. So they work on it. I spoke to Ops.
So 59 is 54 earliest airborne.
Is it okay if I put that in here? So as takeoff time?
Yeah, sure.
So this is 0854 estimated takeoff time.
So considering 10 minutes of taxi, so at 8:44, that's the earliest departure, so that's about 5 minutes. So
yeah,
maybe I wait another 3 minutes and then I call him back.
Yeah. Ground cockpit?
Yes, Captain.
Yeah, so he said us that we should expect startup at 4 8, so it's in 8 minutes. Maybe we get it a moment earlier or so. And this is due to the slot.
Perfect, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for your patience.
You're welcome.
Regarding to the flags, the wind should be on our head during departure.
Yeah. Right.
And the windsock over there always shows at least a headwind component, so
yeah, that's
pretty
good.
fine.
And we calculate with 5 knots of tailwind,
yeah.
So we're good. No problem. Yeah, better you calculate with a little tailwind. That you're at the runway and they tell you now you have 3 knots of tailwind and you need to do it all again. No?
Yeah, then we have to cancel takeoff clearance, make calculations again on an active runway. It's not a good idea.
All bad. No, we have to take this into account. That's really important. Especially if it's variable like today.
Yeah. There always can be some thermals.
Oh yes, that's right.
And change in the wind direction above about up to 180 degrees.
Yeah, that's correct. Thermal activity is always very, very special. You have seen that lots of times. Even the Zauberwald in Düsseldorf and the thermal activity is an interesting combination.
Yeah, and it's famous for it.
Yeah. And with the Zauberwald, you just need a little bit the magic forest. We call it the magic forest. The Zauberwald is a magic forest, and it only takes a little bit of wind for the creation of the rotors there, the rotating winds. And in addition, if you then have some thermal activity, make it very interesting.
It's going to be very funny. Especially laying on a very short runway 23 right, which we expect today.
Correct, yeah. That's right. But maybe we get a swing over to 23 left.
We will prepare it for sure.
We will prepare it, and the last few times as I were in Düsseldorf, we got the swing over.
Yeah, and it works very well.
It works very well, the tower is very cooperative about that. That's all nice.
So got 43, I call him back now.
Yes, please.
Eurowings TWO YANKEE ZULU, requesting startup, please.
Eurowings TWO YANKEE ZULU, you are clear to Düsseldorf via Fiska Diesel, flight level 80. Fiska 1 Echo departure, squawk 1754.
Eurowings TWO YANKEE ZULU, we cleared to Düsseldorf via what? Fiska 1 Echo departure, flight enroute, climbing flight level 80, squawk 1754.
Eurowings TWO YANKEE ZULU, clearance correct for push and start, contact ground 121.705, Yahara.
Thank you very much. For push and start, contacting ground 121.705.
Okay, we get flight level 80, Fiska 1 Echo is confirmed, and 1754 is the squawk, huh?
1754, you already said it, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I start for request for push and
start.
Ground
cockpit. Hello ground.
Yes, Captain?
Would you be ready for push and start? Just a question.
Yes, Captain, we are full ready.
Okay, stand by.
Ground, hello, Eurowings TWO YANKEE ZULU, position 11 Bravo, A321, requesting start and pushback, please.
Eurowings TWO YANKEE ZULU, startup and the pushback approved, facing south.
Eurowings TWO YANKEE ZULU, startup and pushback approved, facing south.
Before start, checklist.
Parking brake.
Set.
Takeoff speed, set thrust.
144, 157, 160, flex 54.
144, 157, 160, flex 54. Windows.
Closed.
Closed. Beacon.
On.
Before start checklist complete.
Ground cockpit.
Yes, Captain?
Start and push approved, facing south. Maybe release the brake.
Facing south, you can release your brake, sir.
Brake is released now. And please tell us when we can start the engines.
Stand by a little bit, sir.
No problem.
You can start your first engine, sir.
Okay, we start engine 2 and engine 1 in sequence.
Clear.
Engine 2 start. So we start engine 1 now.
Clear.
Engine 1 start, overlapping engine start.
So we had less than 2 hours since the last shutdown, so 2 minutes warm-up time are sufficient now.
That's good.
Captain,
Go ahead.
pushback is completed. You can set your brakes, please.
The parking brake is set.
Thank you.
Has been sent.
Can you try again?
Yeah.
Okay, ground from cockpit.
Yes, Captain.
Please prepare the aircraft for taxi. Show us the clear sign on the left side, I believe. And you're clear to disconnect. Have a wonderful day, and thanks for the great service, and see you next time.
Have a great flight, sir.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So I made a printout to be safe.
That's good. Perfect. Flight control check.
Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Radar check.
Full left. Full right. Neutral.
So, clear sign and pin received.
I have got him inside. Non-standard brake phenol already.
Yes. After start checklist.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Econ status.
Is checked.
Pitch trim.
23%.
Rudder trim.
Neutral.
After start checklist complete. Eurowings 2 Yankee Zulu, requesting taxi.
Eurowings 2 Yankee Zulu, taxi to holding point runway 28 via Charlie Foxtrot Foxtrot 9.
Eurowings 2 Yankee Zulu, taxiing holding point runway 28 via Charlie Foxtrot Foxtrot 9.
Clear left side.
Clear right side. Yeah, taxi clearance as expected and briefed.
Yeah. So, Brake checked. So my understanding is we just continue straight ahead and then do a slight left turn, huh?
Yes.
Do you agree to that? Yeah.
To join the taxiway parallel to the active runway.
Yes.
And then we've got to be cautious to take the first one to the right, not the second.
Yes, I agree.
So right, that's clear still.
Thank you.
They're having more traffic, this for sure is a hotspot.
Yes.
So clearance confirmed, Fiscal Echo,
ground, hello,
flight level 80.
55 Bravo, stand Sierra 11.
All speeds set, FDs are on.
Faction 055 Bravo,
Yes.
startup approved. Startup approved.
Cabin is still to go.
Yeah, and we will have an overweight landing when we come back. That's we discussed this already in the morning, and we have a long runway.
Yep.
1,000 meter of margin.
Definitely. So considering fact that there's no CB at all, so I'd go to the more greater threat terrain.
Okay. So what do you think about that we at the low altitude, no CB, no weather, we both keep terrain for the takeoff just to have the awareness, and then afterwards we can switch it differently.
Eurowings TWO YANKEE ZULU, contact tower 108.105.
Eurowings Yankee Zulu, 108.105. Thank you, bye-bye. Hello, Eurowings 2 Yankee Zulu approaching 28 Foxtrot 9er, not yet ready.
Hello, 2 Yankee Zulu, hold short of the runway, reports fully red.
Eurowings 2 Yankee Zulu, holding short, welcome.
So, the cabin is ready. We have no changes.
Yep.
Then we can do the taxi checklist, please.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Checked. Flap setting.
Conf 1 plus F.
Conf 1 plus F. Radar and predictive windshield system.
Is on an auto.
Engine mode selector.
Norm.
EK memo.
Takeoff. No blue.
Cabin.
Ready.
Taxi checklist complete. So there's one arriving traffic on the 3-4, so they're changed.
Maybe you can tell him that we are ready.
Yeah. Eurowings 2 Yankee Zulu, short to 8, ready for departure.
Roger.
So the markings are confirming that we have got full runway length.
Yeah.
So 40 seconds until our slot starts.
Yeah.
Eurowings 2 Yankee Zulu, line up and wait runway 28.
Eurowings 2 Yankee Zulu, lining up and waiting runway 28.
Approach pass clear.
Cabin crew, prepare for departure.
Line up checklist.
Takeoff runway.
28 full length.
28 full length, TCAS.
TARA.
Backs 1 and 2.
On.
Lineup checklist complete.
Thank you.
PZ 575, vacate right Alpha 2, right again on Alpha, hold short Alpha 4.
Vacate 2 Alpha, then our...
Yeah, with T1 Charlie, we are ready for
5 7.
Eurowings 2 Yankee Zulu, 280 degrees 6 knots, runway 28, clear for takeoff.
Eurowings 2 Yankee Zulu, runway 28, clear for takeoff.
Are you ready for rolling?
Affirm, so winds from ahead.
Okay. Takeoff. You have control.
I have control. Manflex 45, SAS, auto thrust blue.
Thrust set. $100 knots.
Checked.
V1. Rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up. Nav.
EZ575, contact the ground, 11705.
11705, 505.
Eurowings 2 Yankee Zulu, contact radar 120.8.
120.8, Eurowings 2 Yankee Zulu, bye bye.
Just climb, blue auto thrust.
Radar low, Eurowings 2 Yankee Zulu, we're passing 1,400 and we're climbing 8,000.
Eurowings 2 Yankee Zulu, identified 1,500 climbing, turn right direct to Diesel and climb to flight level 240.
Direct Diesel and climbing flight level 240, Eurowings 2 Yankee Zulu.
4000, direct Diesel, terrain is fine.
Yeah, I agree.
The higher grids are starting beyond 25 miles.
Yeah.
Flaps 0.
Speed is checked. Flaps 0.
Thessaloniki, good day, Skyhops, 2351 level 240.
Autopilot 2. So transition altitude is 6,000 feet.
Yeah. Station calling?
Skyhops 2351, flight level 240 and bound diesel.
Sierra Whiskey Uniform 2351 from position set identified 240 steady, from position set course direct to Diesel.
Direct Diesel, Skyhops 2351.
So now we are above MSA.
Establish final approach track 34. Continue approach sharing contact tower 118.105.
118.105. Agree to Hotel Golf, yes sir.
Okay.
Oh, is that standard?
Standard, cross-checked, passing flight level 62 now, sorry.
Checked. So there appear to be some build-ups ahead.
Yeah.
Switching to red radar.
I think we take it both for the time to make sure that we see we're clear of the obstacles right now.
Yeah, we have the grids. The grid here is 11.6, the next sector has 11.1 and then 10.8. So being over 12,000, we are pretty safe.
Yes. Yeah, right now we are still in this MSA area and we are well above MSA.
Yep.
25 miles 45 and then we will be in the grid area. And,
exactly.
But we are above the grid, so that's good. So the weather is a little further away. I switch on the terrain again. And keep the weather on, so you have the weather on anyhow.
Regarding latest update in the maps, in the Lido, the weather is south of our track, so maybe we've got to divert towards the right a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same weather as we saw in the during the arrival.
Yeah. But building up.
Yeah, it's getting higher. So what do you want me to do with the cabin crew?
Yeah, for the time being, we are on the downwind side of the thunderstorm. So maybe you've got to expect some turbulence, so I think it's a good idea to keep them seated for the time being.
So what about, I have a different suggestion. I would say we don't release the full airplane, we just say cabin crew released for the time being, that they can move because right now it's okay, but that we keep the seatbelts on for the passengers.
And after maybe DOLEF or something, we can release the whole cabin.
That would be my suggestion, so that we do it this way. It was not that as we came in, there were some shops, it was choppy, and it was good that we had the seatbelt signs on, but I think it's not dangerous for the cabin to move a little bit around and check the cabin.
We can sit them down by the standard call to the cabin anytime. Yeah.
So I suggest that I say cabin crew released. Let me do it. Cabin crew released. Okay. You need some of this
no,
things here?
They can
all be removed?
Erased, yeah.
Okay. Copy active.
Macedonia control Yasas, GN4 Golf India.
GN4 Golf India identified 175 descending 140. From position set course direct to 9 miles final for viewer Zulu approach, runway 34. Descend initially
we are above the grids now, all good.
1014.
And the optimum altitude for the flight is 345, cruise is 340, and recommended max is 365.
So we've got to keep even levels. So maybe 340 makes sense.
For the first,
360 is too high, expecting some turbulences.
Okay, sir, 7,000 feet, GNH 1014, direct to 7 points.
So visually it's a little bit hard to say what to do. So by that picture, I'd suggest after DSOR to main heading of maybe 330, to be Lonta. What do you think?
Difficult. Also get the weather, see if
Eurowings TWO YANKEE ZULU, contact Skopje radar 119.375.
119.375, Eurowings TWO YANKEE ZULU, bye bye, have a good day. Copy control, good morning, Eurowings TWO YANKEE ZULU 148, and we are climbing level 240 in Mount Düsseldorf.
Eurowings TWO YANKEE ZULU, hello, Skopje identified. Continue climb flight level 340.
Level 340, TWO YANKEE ZULU.
340.
So let's have a look here. Let's take that multi-scan. So we have different possibilities what we can do here. So if we go like...
This maybe is some ground clutter.
Yeah, so if we go to like 2 degrees or so.
Radar, hello, it's now 535, level 350, on course, Serena.
That's not very reflective, is it?
Gen 535, hello, Skopje identified, if able to Aliko then. That's Aliko, Gen 535.
So this is like 0.03, but if I go up, according to 3 degrees or something like that, not that bad.
Okay, no echoes.
So I would suggest for the time being that we continue on that routing, and then if we think it's better to divert to the right, then we do it when we're coming closer to Lonta. So that's my suggestion.
Because this one is, the weather is most intensive between Lonta and DOLEF.
Yeah, that's what we had as we came in.
That's what the weather radar says, so it's a little bit more south.
Plus 05.
Control, good morning, it's Speedbird 402, flight level 333, direct Mava.
Speedbird 402, good morning, Skopje identified.
What is the point afterwards?
Tomjet 7 Tango Charlie, report.
Gubok.
What about if I ask already direct Gubok due to weather?
Roger.
Yep.
Then we
So
already
this is
already about 3 degrees to the right, so this keeps us from the Lonta DOLEF direct track. You see, this would be the...
Yeah, so I just request a heading, and then he maybe can phone his colleague in Sarajevo.
Yeah.
Because we have an airspace boundary here between Montenegro
I
and
will
Sarajevo.
ask him.
Yep.
Where are Eurowings TWO YANKEE ZULU request?
Go.
There's some weather where we want to stay right off. So is there a chance that we can fly direct to Guborg or to about 5 degrees or so to the right from now?
5 degrees to the right of roof.
Okay, 5 to the right of roof, Eurowings TWO YANKEE ZULU.
Something
Open
like that.
climb, heading.
So I change it back to the routing, so it's to our standard routing.
So delayed code info.
Let's see.
93 and 81.
Okay, that makes
Plans to make sense.
all correct.
Hello, 804, good morning, Skopje identified. One clear weather to Tango Sierra Lima. One clear of weather direct to Tango Sierra Lima, Vela 804. Call you well, come back to it.
All fine.
So there's another aircraft, very high level, taking the same routing as us.
Yeah.
So seems to be good.
$8:45. I go back to multi-scan auto, then you will see more weather, but this is, some of the weather is not relevant for us.
EGN 535, descent flight level 310.
Descent flight level 310, EGN 535.
Interesting, now we have this in the middle of our routing. We'll see. Let's wait. When we come
TWO YANKEE ZULU, report rate of climb.
1,400 feet a minute.
Roger, break allowed 804, how many miles from the descending?
We can proceed direct to Tango Sierra Lima right now.
Roger, proceed. Lufthansa 1774, descent flight level 250.
Lufthansa 1774, descent flight level 250.
But if you take into account this green area, we're right off.
EGN 535, descent flight level
That's already good now.
170.
Descent flight level 170, EGN 535.
This was disappearing bit by bit.
Yes.
As we are getting higher.
So I calculate that we arrive at 17, and this says 14, all makes sense.
Yeah.
And yeah, as I said, we spoke already about the optimum level, and 500 kilograms, 10 minutes extra. And the obstacles are the same as on the way down, huh?
Yep, exactly. It's almost the same routing.
Yeah.
Lufthansa 1774, direct Aliko.
So despite our late departure, we're almost on time then.
This is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next flight will be the Palma de Mallorca. Approximately 1 hour later.
Say again?
The next flight after this one is Palma de Mallorca with a turnaround time of then around 1 hour.
Yeah, that's good.
From the Southampton, Charlie rate 1,500 or more.
So they should be on time.
That works out well.
Lufthansa 1774, descent flight level 150, rate 1,500 exactly.
Lufthansa 1774, descent flight level 150, rate of descent 1,000 feet, 1,500 feet.
So I go back to multi-scan for a second.
Yeah.
Correct.
Copy, good day, Sky Ops 2351, flight level 240, inbound Düsseldorf.
Eurowings Uniform 2351, hello, copy, identify to Dollar.
Direct Dollar, sky of 2351.
Tom Z7 Tango Charlie contact 120 decimal 8 advice rate.
I would say if we take this heading
Charlie 120 decimal 8 with rate
for the next 120 miles, we shouldn't be too bad.
Which is approximately Gubok.
535 rate of decimal 1500 or less.
It's Gubok and we're
1500 or less.
clear of the weather at Dolev.
Yep.
Maybe we need to have just a little track correction, but just a little.
Yeah.
Stand by Lufthansa 1774 120 decimal 8 advice rate.
From the 174 127 8 confirm.
120 decimal 8 confirm.
Sorry, 120 decimal 8 Lufthansa 1774 goodbye.
Section 244 Bravo, Macedonia, radar 132 decimal 375.
OFP, we are 2 minutes ahead of schedule right now, and we have 1.2 tons.
Section 055 Bravo, copy.
So it's not too bad.
Hello, Service Flight Level 220 diesel and requesting higher.
Section 055 Bravo, copy, identified direct to Dolev, climb level 230, stand by shortly for fast.
Direct Dollar climb to Flight Level 230, fraction 055 Bravo.
EGN 535, Thessaloniki 120, decimal 8, advice rate.
208 with an 8 by now 535.
Oh, I set it again to auto, the multi-scan. Yeah, it scans the full sky, yes, and sometimes the cloud is like at 10,000 and it shows like red, and you're 15,000 above it, and it doesn't matter anything to you. So, but you need to go to manual before to make sure that it's that it affects your flight. Huh?
Yeah. The forecast is that we have still clouds on very high levels as well.
Yeah.
So up maybe to 370 or something.
Right. But according the radar chart, which I also see here, we are, if we are a little bit on the right of the track, we should be fine.
Yeah, and the radar picture confirms it.
Correct.
Speedbird 402 Macedonia, radar 132 decimal 375, bye-bye.
And according to the forecast, passing Dolev, we should be stay clear of weather all the rest of the flight.
Yes.
So there's nothing to expect anymore.
No, maybe in Düsseldorf.
Yeah, but hopefully.
No, but after our
arrival.
Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah. That's one thing for the colleagues of the Spätschicht.
Yes, the colleagues of the Spätschicht to do that. So not really in clouds here, no. But in a second maybe. I switch on the engine anti-ice, huh? But only for a moment.
Copy, everybody, 953 level 3 for the approaching Düsseldorf.
Santurk 953, good day, copy, identify 2M4.
2 and
so with the 321 Neo, the performance would be much better.
Yeah, but the EA engines are not that bad.
No, IAE is good.
IAE, 953, direct
IAE.
Thank you.
Eurowings TWO YANKEE ZULU, contact K for 126765.
126765. Eurowings TWO YANKEE ZULU, bye bye. K for hello, Eurowings TWO YANKEE ZULU, level 298, climbing 340 on a heading of 311 to avoid.
Eurowings TWO YANKEE ZULU, hello, radar contact, which level are you climbing?
340.
Roger, 340, and which point are you able to proceeding to?
Yeah, right now we are in a heading, but we would take, which was working fine, would be Gubok.
Okay, in this case, proceed to Gubok.
Gubok direct, Eurowings TWO YANKEE ZULU.
Do you need a beam point?
No.
Yep, so make it directly.
Was it okay for you? Huh?
Yeah,
It
sure.
was like our discussion before. Huh?
Yeah, that's what we are planning for.
Hello, Control, it's Griffin 81 Whiskey, flight level 350 to Olota.
Griffin 81 Whiskey, hello, radar contact, proceed to Fiska.
To Fiska, Griffin 81 Whiskey.
Okay, Balkan Day 3018, descend flight 360 with 2000 feet per minute or greater.
Level 360, 2000.
Yeah, we are pretty heavy, so 77 tons now.
Yeah, it's a good amount of weight. Huh?
So more than 340 is
Balkan Day
not a good
3018,
idea.
contact Belgrade on 129025.
Passengers, just a few open seats, full seats, and we have baggage and fuel and...
Easy 6301, with your heading contact Skopje 120015, bye bye.
120015, easy 6301,
So
bye bye.
there's one traffic, 12 o'clock, descending towards our direction.
Yeah, in the descent. So we're climbing 340.
Eurowings TWO YANKEE ZULU, what is your requested level?
340 is fine for us, is fine.
Roger.
So no chance for visual contact.
No, but this is rate. I think.
Here was 193, contact Belgrade 123775, bye bye.
So he passes
23775, advise
about 5 miles.
Yeah.
Which is sufficient as a radar.
Correct.
Radar distance, yeah. Yeah, no contact.
No, we're still far enough away because it's vertically and horizontally, so it's both okay. Yeah.
Radar, good morning, Channel 84 Golf Foxtrot, flight level 370, direct to Kogat. Request left 10 degrees to avoid weather.
Channel 84 Golf Foxtrot, 10 left is approved, and report when you are able to proceed to Thessaloniki.
Left 10 degrees and Wilco, Channel 84 Golf Foxtrot.
Yeah, we're clear of weather soon.
Yeah. So presently we are overhead of Pristina.
Yes. Papa Romeo Tango, we are.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a next traffic plus 27.
Yep.
If you agree, we can switch off the engine at the eyes.
Yeah, then we maybe have a little bit more power.
Yeah, a little bit more power.
Okay as well.
They have to descend.
So I'll fix the climb rate.
Yes.
To have a more stable
10 minutes ago was reported light turbulence at 390 vicinity of Maddox, so behind of you.
Thank you, sir.
Aircraft 2951, contact Skopje 120015, bye bye.
20015, Aircraft 2951, good day. Okay, for radar, hello, T7 Whiskey Alpha, flight level 360, inbound Utvara.
T7 Whiskey Alpha,
so I notified Belgrade Center about our flight.
Okay, so they have data.
Looks like.
Yep.
They said notified at 0919.
Good morning, Ryanair.
Okay, so okay for a head now.
Flight level 370, Kogat.
No.
Ryanair 21 Kilo Hotel, good morning, radar contact, proceed to Arana.
Direct Ryanair 21 Kilo Hotel.
this one is 1,000 feet above our cleared level.
Yes. But you reduced the rate already, or you just... Or the plane reduced the rate already by
I have information 390 light.
even kept the rate a little bit up.
370, am I right? Connect.
That's all good.
So here it is.
Inside?
You have a light turbulence of 370.
Okay.
Very light at
so it's coming from the same factory,
yeah?
Yeah, this two reports, best of
They're
you.
They're usually made in Germany.
100 miles.
Yeah, made in Finkenwerder.
I had the honor to do a first flight from Finkenwerder to Berlin years ago.
Oh, okay.
It was an Air Berlin first flight. So after we paid the money, we were allowed to take the plane. We took the airplane. It was really interesting. It was like we were... So there, we came to the Airbus factory.
Can I say it for
just the first officer and myself, and then there were a few people from the company, like mechanic people and maintenance engineers and people from the bookkeeping department. And then Tikas below. Said, yeah, and then. The plane was just, there was a room with some cookies and sandwiches and some Coke and water and whatever you want to drink. And then there was the airplane was standing just in front of that, so on the apron, and then it was like, okay, just wait a little bit. We will wait. We are just waiting for the money.
Yeah. Okay.
And then. As the money was there, they said, "Okay, now it's your airplane," and then we were allowed to take it. And then we
neatly polished, I guess.
We took possession of the airplane. We even before it was ours, we were allowed to do an outside check-in. So we were allowed even to go in, but it was more like after that we got back to that room, and then it was okay. Please wait, and then it was like, okay, now it's your plane, and then we were able to really get into the airplane with everybody and check everything out. And so the ovens were new. No, they were never looked like that. They never had been on, maybe for a test or so, but not for food. And everything was smelling like brand new and
like a new car.
And was really interesting. So we did a very intensive outside check and made sure that everything is well. And then we the ECAS software and then all the functions for the company. This was still Airbus as delivered, and
so it's not yet tailored for Berlin.
This was done by the company, and I think this is the same here. Airbus delivers is with the standard package, and then usually the company has the own software and installs the own software.
Usually in aircraft after delivery takes some months until going to.
Go ahead.
Contact Belgrade 128865. Bye bye.
128865. Eurowings TWO YANKEE ZULU. Bye bye.
Griffin 8 Lima.
So actually we're in contact with Belgrade.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Belgrade Control, good day to you. Eurowings TWO YANKEE ZULU. We are maintaining 340 inbound Gubok.
Eurowings YANKEE ZULU, but unidentified.
And we have light shocks here.
Roger, would you like to climb 36?
Negative.
So ATC message.
Direct to Obuti. This was, we don't want to climb to 36, huh?
No. 34 is fine.
Okay. Yeah.
So I have left the beam waypoint at Bupok.
Yeah, that's good. I think the time it needs at the operator before it goes into service varies by how if the operator wants to change some things.
Yeah.
And then with this plane, I think it went into service after a week or so. It was
that's pretty quick.
Even earlier, because the seats were everything was done in accordance to the company specification, and so the only thing which they did, I think they updated the software for the ATSU, for the company software here, And then I think they had some kind of no, this doesn't have entertainment system. No, that was just very, very small things which had to be done. Like,
so maybe all the safety equipment for the cabin.
Safety equipment for the cabin needs to be updated. But this is something. I think it was even half a week until the plane was in the air, and there was another official from the German Aviation Authority coming to give the final approval. But there was not so much to do. No, it was already configured like the company needed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was nice.
We're descending shortly,
but it's interesting. They have different envelopes for our normal operating flights and for the ferry flights.
Okay.
The envelope which we use here for the weight and balance is an envelope, according to my understanding and what they told us at Airbus, that it takes into account that there may be changes which you don't know about.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
so the margins are bigger.
There are more margins included. So this is like if somebody moves, like you have a forward CG and you're at the corner, and but it's in limits. And then one passenger moves to the front, to the forward area.
Yeah.
Then but you don't know about it.
Yeah.
Because
and you even don't have any information.
You don't have information. The passenger didn't tell the cabin crew. They didn't talk to you, and even nobody saw that. And then you may be still in limits. Even if you would enter it in the program, it would say no, not in limits.
Yeah.
Because there's a margin programmed in that, because they assume that it's not all 100% in accordance to what we have on the load sheet.
Yeah, and the average weight of a passenger is just a statistic value.
Sure.
So maybe by accident you have all the heavier ones sitting on the forward part and the lighter ones in the back.
That's in addition, and you have like the other envelope. This is an envelope where everything has to be like it is. So and the envelope has no margin. So that means if you say there are 5 passengers sitting in the front, then there are 5 passengers sitting in the front, and they are not allowed to go into the back, or they can't be for takeoff and landing in the middle or so.
Yeah.
Sure, you can do a calculation if you're still in the limit.
But these are the engineering limits. So
sure, these are the engineering limits, and when you reach one of the limits, there is no room left. And so for us, it was like our first calculation with this ferry flight, we were somehow out of limits with our CG, but with the ferry envelope, it was okay. But we had a few people in the cabin, and they had to be seated. I think they had to be seated in the last row or something like that. I forgot.
To be within trim.
To be within trim, and even we had some books. That time, as you bought a new Airbus 321, you got like lots of books, printed books, like QAHs. You get the original books from Airbus, and FCOM, and so that's big boxes, and they give it to you. So and they say, hey, have fun. These are your books.
Not like nowadays. You've got all as electronic.
No, everything electronically.
I still remember the times having a big suitcase in the wardrobe, having the FCOMs, the charting, backups.
Yeah. That's why I flew the MD-80. Every pilot had his or her own that type Jeppesen manuals, and so we got sent from Jeppesen. We got every week we got an update.
Yeah.
And we had to put those manuals, those updates in our manuals. Remove the old stuff, put the new one in, and bring this to work.
Yeah, I remember. Hopefully not making too many mistakes during revision.
Yeah.
It wasn't sometimes not that easy.
And then it changed. Then that was good. I mean, with the electronic sharding, and then even I was working for an airline where the shards were on board. So there was still the requirement to update the shards, but it was like we got an envelope before the flight with the new shards, and then in cruise, one of the pilot monitoring was just updating the shards to make sure everything is right. And then we had 2 suitcases, or two bags, one for the first officer, one for the captain seat, with like 5 or 6 binders of shards for whole Europe, for Russia, for Africa.
Oh, what a mess.
It was a lot, So it was like not a worldwide, but I think half of the world in shards. And then I think it was also not tailored. Now you can tailor it. You can say, I want this, this, and this, and you get updates for this airports. But that was like, okay, you have Europe, you have Africa, and whatever. You have communication. Do you need something?
No.
Hello, this is Stefan. How are you?
Yeah, very fine.
You're doing very fine. This is good.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Thank you. Can we start with our service?
I will ask our first officer. He will tell us. Can he start the service? Okay. He says yes, and I agree to it. And there may be just a few bumps, but according to the weather radar, the bad weather had already been left behind.
Okay, it seems good. Thank you very much.
We keep the seatbelt signs on for a few more minutes, and when it's still smooth, we switch them to off.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, I have communication.
Yeah, no changes.
He wants to start with the service.
Yeah, good idea then.
Yeah.
So at the moment we are getting towards lower grids.
Yeah.
But after booting, alpine areas starting again. Higher grids up to 15,000 feet on the left hand side, towards the right hand side. It's always in flight 100 safe.
Yeah.
So if to divert to go lower, it makes sense to go to the right hand side at first.
I took the terrain on ND again, and you have the weather radar. I think this is a good setup, no? If you agree.
Yeah, it's a standard setup.
Yes. But the weather is gone now, and so we just have, in case we have the weather radar, and on the other end we have the terrain here. So all we need, huh?
Exactly.
Easy 23 Kilo Lima, Tirana 1275.
Did you have the chance to get an airplane from the factory?
No, not yet.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's a great experience.
And you usually get a gift.
What was it?
I got, I think, an Airbus pencil, and I got an, I think they gave me an Airbus 350 as a small model airplane.
When was it? Must be back in the...
2 years ago. Was like 2017 or 16.
Okay, so the 350 was already there, yeah?
Yeah. Got a 350 and some maybe I think some stickers or something like that.
So some merchandising.
But
advertising
that's
stuff.
Nice. Yeah. And the problem for us was we wanted to see the factory, but we came at that day really late, and so that was already closed for visitors.
Oh, what a pity.
It was a very bad pity, yeah. So, and this was all on a short notice. At that day, I was originally planned to be as an instructor in the simulator in Berlin. And then they called me the day before, and I was also in a simulator in Berlin. They said, hey, Stefan, we need you to pick up an airplane in Hamburg.
So it was quite on short notice.
And then it was, on a very short notice. And then I got back from Berlin to Düsseldorf. And then we were flying from the next day in the afternoon from Düsseldorf to Hamburg. And then there was no time, so it was like we arrived we were supposed to be like at 5 o'clock or so in the afternoon, and we were there at 5 o'clock, so there was no time left. But it's very rural where the factory is, the Airbus factory. There's just sure there are the big hangars and everything, but it's like there's no. This is not a big city or so. It's very, very small.
Alpha Quebec.
Standby. Hello, Eurowings TWO YANKEE ZULU, level 340 in Mount Obuti.
Eurowings TWO YANKEE ZULU, arrival radar identified.
Thank you very much.
In the 90s there has been a great TV show about building an Airbus A321.
Oh, okay.
It's a TV show for kids, the Sendung with a Mouse.
Yeah.
And they make 2 or 3 movies out of it. And it's no long time ago, I watched it with my kids.
Oh, that's
still learned something again.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's still available online. And I, again, can strongly recommend to watch it again.
That was recorded at the Hamburg factory?
Yes, Hamburg factory, and it must be in the mid-90s, I guess.
Yeah, I think so the final assembly line for the 321 was always in Hamburg.
Yeah.
Ryanair 7 Alpha Quebec, continue climb flight level 360.
Nice. What did you learn from the show?
SW64 Charlie, direct to Bravo Echo 10.
How much effort it is to make an aircraft. So very detailed, very little precise manufacturing. Yeah, manufacturing means really done by hand.
Yeah.
They showed an aft section of the fuselage, which is relatively less complex than the other parts.
Yeah.
But even this one was very complex to manufacture, and during the wedding, they are all fit together.
Yeah.
And also the wings. And the TV show starts with the plain metal being bent, being machined, and the last episode ends with the aircraft from Lufthansa is going airborne towards Frankfurt, I believe.
That's nice.
And I think it's the Delta Alpha India Romeo Yankee, which is still
in service.
Still in service.
Nice.
Meanwhile, it's repainted to the new livery.
Yeah.
But it still has at the door 4 left, I guess.
The logo of the Sendung with the mouse.
Sticker, the logo of the Sendung with the mouse. There's
this
the mouse.
Is the airplane with the mouse. I saw that.
That's the real airplane.
This is the real airplane where the mouse was in the plane for sure. Huh?
I believe,
Sure. But no, not a real mouse.
No, hopefully not.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, really nice. Yeah, and I saw that I was about 2 years ago or so in Vero Beach, the Piper factory.
Yeah, that's great as well.
This was interesting.
Yeah.
It's same thing. They started from the piece of metal and they showed us all the steps they do there.
Yeah.
And for me, quite interesting was the making of this cable trees.
That was what I thinking about. Yeah.
That was, and they said they're not coming from China or so. We make them in house. And what they had for the pipers, they had like a panel with artificial connections. It was like there were not the instruments, but they could test all the cables.
Yeah.
So they made those cable trees, and they connect certain let's say electronic parts like receivers and displays with other ones, and then if they make the tree and they have the connector, they just connect it. There was a big like wood wall or so, and they just connected it. And then there was like a red or green light says everything fine or not, because there was like on the other side there was not the stuff like the displays or the screens or whatever. It was just like a computer or some kind of a wiring which said okay, the tree works as expected. You saw that too?
Yeah, I've made my flight training at Flight Safety Vero Beach as well, and we had the chance to visit the factory.
Cool.
And that was what I impressed myself as well. And
nice.
Even an aircraft I thought is, compared to an Airbus, not that complex, has such a complex and difficult to see cable tree.
Yeah, it's interesting. And so there were the people at the Piper factory. They said we are very proud to work here.
Yeah.
And so because we spoke to one or the other workers there, we were not allowed to take any pictures. That was all top secret. But it was really interesting.
When was it?
A while ago, but I don't know exactly if it was 2 years ago or so.
Okay, so it's a new time. So they're still manufacturing the PA-28? Or is it?
We saw, I think there was a Piper Meridian at that time.
That's a twin aircraft, isn't it?
No, I think
I'm not quite sure.
Turboprop. Turboprop, single engine turboprop.
Yeah, okay, that's a big aircraft.
I think that was a Meridian. I'm not that familiar with those, but it was like,
I don't need them.
I think it was like the, they have the Piper Malibu was the original plane, and it got a little larger, and with PT6 and so on.
Okay.
And, but was really, really interesting. Yeah, and even I know a guy who worked for Piper, and he was flying to work every day.
Okay.
Came to Vero Beach with his own airplane.
Yeah, not
at
too
that
bad.
time, he owned a Piper and was flying to the Piper factory.
Yeah, cool.
An engineer. Yeah.
No Cessna, hopefully.
No. He owned a Piper. It was a Piper. Let me see. What was it? I forgot. But he owned a Piper for sure. Yeah. Working for Piper, owning a Piper. Yeah. Like if you work for Porsche, you have to drive a Porsche. If you work for Volkswagen, you have to drive a Volkswagen.
I know a guy, an engineer working for Audi, driving a Mercedes.
Is this correct? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think it's the old father's car.
There's something wrong. Where is the mistake? Huh? There's something really wrong. Good.
Sarajevo, dobar dan, Bulgaria 492, level 350 inbound NISA.
Flight Bulgaria 492, Sarajevo radar identified as cleared. Wizard Malta 7 Juliet Zulu, Sarajevo.
Go ahead. Wizard Malta 7 Juliet Zulu.
Wizard Malta 7 Juliet Zulu, you didn't check in. Just confirm maintaining 350 to Vrana.
Maintaining flight level 350 to Vrana. Wizard Malta 7 Juliet Zulu.
Wizard Malta 7 Juliet Zulu, identified direct PTAC.
Direct PTAC, Wizard Malta 7 Juliet Zulu. Thank you.
Wizard 3 Delta Zulu, descent flight level 330.
Descending 330, Wizard 3 Delta Zulu. And what about these medical people?
Station calling, say again.
Disregard.
Warte mal an. So, okay, now we are approaching Zadar. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
1 hour 20 minutes left to Düsseldorf.
Yeah, the Alps are not yet inside.
Eurowings TWO YANKEE ZULU, contact 132.125. Have a nice flight.
132.125. Have a great day. Eurowings TWO YANKEE ZULU. Bye bye.
Thank you. You too.
1000 is Printer Great.
Center 330, 1000 operator, Lale 354.
Well, good day, Eurowings TWO YANKEE ZULU 340 inbound Ubuti.
Eurowings TWO YANKEE ZULU, Zagreb, radar identified. Good morning,
so let's get the lock in.
20, descending flight level 320. Runner 2620, Zagreb, radar identified.
Very great. Sarajevo.
Oscar, Echo Sierra Mike, how many miles on present heading?
We can take heading
so 170 Buti is near to Maribor, then
Oscar, Sierra Mike, heading 170 approved.
Zagreb, good morning, C62, Alphabet, flight level 350, direct Rabbit.
Lima, Delta, Zulu, Oscar,
Zagreb, radar identified.
Yep, Lima, Delta, Zulu, Oscar.
Let's try. Let's try if it works. We'll see. Notified. It's good. Yeah. Works well.
Zagreb, good morning, Emirates 62 Yankee Heavy, flight level 320.
Emirates 62
so now we have nice weather. This is the weather we expected during the approach, huh? But it was very hazy. It was even difficult to see the city.
Good morning, Eurowings.
Thessaloniki. Usually this is bright and sun and nice. It was bright, but it was also sun, but it was not nice.
It was very hazy, and we were lucky that the sun was not too bright to have visibility issues, but...
And then they changed the runway to 34 for the landings.
So maybe they had the sun ahead of them then.
Yeah, right. Good. Yeah, so we had a nice landing in approach to Thessaloniki. Now we are on the way to Düsseldorf. Another about 1 hour or so, 1 hour and or more.
Yeah, 25.
Oscar, Sierra Mike, quick direct to Sierra Papa Lima.
Thank you.
Yeah, weather in Düsseldorf. Let's get another 80s. Like 80s. And yeah, weather here is fine now. We see from here that it's fine.